Alright, magandang hapon sa lahat, magandang araw sa lahat, wherever you are, and welcome to our
Episode 2 of our podcast, wherever you are in the world. Welcome again to our podcast. So, if you're still listening, thank you so much. Sana nag-enjoy kayo sa unang episode namin.
Yeah. And if nakapanood kayo ng first episode, just comment below and then we'll try to shout out everyone and you can suggest also a topic para matakal natin next episode.
Ayaw nga, ang hirap pala pag nagpo-podcast, it's so hard to think about your next episode.
Yeah.
We're still in the verge of like thinking just for the second episode and then the next episode, third episode. But as we go along, any one of you who are listening right now and wants to talk about something, just give us a shout out or maybe we can shout out your name. Or we can call you or maybe during one. I don't know. This is an open podcast so we can talk about anything and we can suggest anything what we want to do. Basta wag lang illegal.
Exactly.
But we will try to do it.
Yeah, we can tackle about wag lang yung mga political issues, no, kasi
no to political issues yung mga ano, kasi dito here in our podcast we're just gonna talk about happy things in life. How did you what are the challenges encountered, mga ganun ba, bilang Filipino, bilang immigrant, at kung ano yung mai-share namin.
Yeah.
Wag lang masyadong
based on our experience.
Yes. No to political issues.
Yeah. No.
Okay. No.
Play safe tayo dito.
Oo, bawal tayo mabash. Okay, for today's episode, ang pag-uusapan natin is about kung ano ba tayo sa Pilipinas at paano tayo nakarating dito. Paano ba ang buhay natin?
Yeah.
Kasi dito tayo sa St. John, Canada. Paano ba tayo sige, try natin sa English. How did we get here in St. John and why did we choose St. John, or do we have another option other than St. John?
Yes.
Is it just St. John alone, or do we have another province that we can choose from? And
based on our
program that we took,
and
who's our agency? We did have an agency in the Philippines.
Can we mention that one? Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe we can.
Maybe initial and address. We'll try to do the initials and the address.
Okay. All right.
Siguro pwede. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, we'll let you know what kind of agency was that. And then, the regular challenges of a Filipino or an immigrant, any immigrant, I think, not only Filipino, but every person who moved to a different country, we have a different kind of struggles and challenges that we faced. Well, for me, one of the biggest challenges is actually the English, because we don't speak English on a daily basis in the Philippines. It's not a regular thing. So, here, my first question for you, Dondi, is what is it like in the Philippines? What is your life in the Philippines? Why did you decide? And should we mention our educational background as well?
Yeah,
well, maybe.
Of course. Yeah.
So, what is your current situation in the Philippines before you moved in Canada?
Well, I work in fast food industry before I came here, so that's the stepping stone of mine.
Yeah,
getting up here.
I think both of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was in college, and then I took 8 semesters. I mean 8 years. 8 years. That's a total of 16 semesters. I graduated at 2015, and then I was 28 at that time. So I was a late bloomer, actually.
Late bloomer. Wait.
Yeah.
Why did it took you 8 years to finish college? What was the scenario during those times?
I started college way back 2003, and then one sem.
Wait, how old are you again?
I'm 37 now.
37.
Yeah, I'm 37.
You're just 3 years older than me.
And then way back 2003, I started college, but due to financial problem. Yeah.
Generally, that's our situation in the Philippines.
Yeah,
financial difficulty, right?
Financial problem. So yun, every one sem, and then umabot ako sa time na nag-work ako sa fast food again. being a crew, and then na pag-isipan ko na ayaw kong magiging crew
for the rest of your life. Yes.
So I started to go back to school again, and then until nag-graduate ako. So and then by that time way back 2009, marami ng mga managers na nagsialisan papunta dito, Canada. So that's why I have this also, like, I don't know if that's a goal or whatsoever, na gusto ko din mag-Canada in the future. So it took me like until 2015 na natapos ko yung kasi kailangan din ng 4-year course,
yes,
diba?
Dapat degree holder. You must have a degree holder. And
so at that time, hindi pa ako nag-managerial. It took about 2 years pa siguro yun bago ako nag-start ng managerial. So nagtrabaho ako sa office, nagtrabaho ako as
office work in Cebu. What?
Yeah.
Call center or?
No, it's not call center. Like, it's a franchise food industry pa rin. Pero nasa office ako.
Okay.
Franchise thing. And then trabaho din ako as salesman. So sa kape.
Kape?
Yeah.
Salesman?
Salesman ng kape.
Coffee salesman? What do you mean? Like the pharmacist? No, not the pharmacist. Like the one selling the drugs.
No.
Drug dealer. No, not that.
Coffee, like coffee ko.
You go house to house?
No, like yung van.
Oh, you go to like some convenience stores and you offer it to them.
Yeah, convenience stores, like in public market.
Yeah,
and then
I know that.
And then I remember that time, like my previous boss on that company, like, do you know how to drive? No, because I am planning, because based on my record kasi then, so nasabi ko din doon kasi na nag-handle ako ng mga pera na malaki, ganyan. So parang napagkatiwalaan niya. So outbase kita outside from Cebu City kita i-assign. Tapos, do you know how to drive? No, I don't know how to drive. So I'll give you a driver. So you'll be the salesperson. Salesman.
Okay.
So ayun nga. So after that, so na-realize ko din na parang gusto ko talaga mag-Canada. So at that time, so nag-apply na ako ng managerial kasi kailangan ng 2 years noon.
2 years
2 years managerial experience,
yes,
for the express entry. Pero hindi naman ako.
No, we did not use express entry, right?
Yeah.
But was it really hard, your life in the Philippines, like doing two things, being a student and also working as?
Yeah.
Technically, we are a working student, starting 2003 until you graduate, right? How was the experience? Is it parang ako yung the boy abunda.
Apakahirap talaga nun kasi alam mo yung uwi ka ng trabaho ng mga 12 and then papasok ka kinabukasan ng 7. Siyempre pag uwi mo sa bahay hindi ka naman matutulog dito. Pagdating mo diretso hindi naman eh.
Yeah, tulog ka kaagad pagdating mo.
Hindi naman eh. So ang hirap talaga dun. So I would like also to thank yung mga teachers ko before sa college na nakaintindi, no? Na syempre minsan nakakatulog ka dun eh kasi So I'd like also to thank sa mga teachers ko before and salamat din sa pag-unawa noon. Kasi minsan natutulog ka na talaga kasi antok ka na, pagod ka, tapos after ng class mo na mga 12 pagka 2 o'clock naman or 3 o'clock, papasok ka naman sa work. Ang hirap nun. So, saludo ako sa mga taong working student ng
fight for your
fast
dream
food or kasi may mga pangarap talaga sila. Tapos ang hirap pa nun kasi ang liit lang ng sahod, di ba?
Oo.
Tapos ang laki ng tuition. So, ang hirap pagkasyahin nun.
Fight for your own dream and
exactly.
Work on your own dream, sabi nga nila.
Ang hirap talaga. Mahirap talaga yung life sa Pilipinas. So, kaya nga nag-goal din ako ng gusto ko mag-abroad, ganun, Canada.
Disclaimer, this is our perspective. We're not talking about general people. We have the difficulties in life in the Philippines. No, it's just our experience. Nung sa akin naman, my life in the Philippines was it took me 5 years to finish college.
Okay.
It's because my first year in college is I was taking education. I want to be a math major.
Oh,
a teacher, di ba? I want to be a secondary teacher, math major. However,
so gusto mo yung magturo ng mga algebra, trigonometry.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And then there's a sudden problem in the university.
Yeah.
The program closed itself. I mean,
Okay.
not itself, but they had to close the program because there's not enough enrollees. So I had to transfer to English major.
Okay.
And I don't want to teach English at all. And that's why there's an in the other University State College in my province, one of the offered course is management accounting. So I transferred there. I took the management accounting, and I'm also a scholarship. I'm on a scholarship because I am SK counselor. I'm SK counselor. So I only have to pay like the miscellaneous of my program, and it's only like around 500 pesos during that time. For 3 years, I only paid like 500 pesos, and then, however, on the 4th year, we have to pay more because they have to convert the national college into state college. So everything went up. Yeah. So my first year education, but during those years, I already tried to apply for a service crew. Dun sa pula.
Okay.
Sa pulang bubuyog. You're in the green company, right? But they are in the umbrella of J corporations. JFC. Sorry.
Pero Curtis.
JFC. Tapos yun, I tried my best na even though I'm working, I'm still being productive in school.
Yeah.
I tried to run as a department president.
As a school?
Yes, a school. I tried to be active with leading the students.
Okay.
Yes. But it's hard kapag
Pero alam mo nung kapanahon na ng pag nag-schooling ako, hindi ko talaga naranasan na nagiging president or nagiging sa leader sa isang classroom. Siguro apaka ko, no? Hindi ko rin naranasan magiging Prince Charming. Ano ko naman kayo?
Baka lang mo ba ng princess na magkikiss muna? The frog prince pala. No, kasi yun nga, I tried to be active. No, before kasi, I think it was my friend. I don't have any way of, I don't think of running anymore. Because when I was in high school, I'm already an SSG president, Supreme Student Government president. And then when I went to college, I was like, I'm gonna lay low because I'm already working, and I want to focus my attention and my energy with work and my school. I did, however, I had a good grades during those times, but it's really hard without the understanding of my professors. It would be very, very hard for me to cope up with the college life, because I remember we have to go home by 12 or 1 o'clock. Your schedule is until 12, but you have to clean the restaurant until 1 or 2 a.m. And there are times that you have to attend a general meeting in the morning, like until 3 a.m.
Kailan ka nag-work doon sa Bubuyog?
I worked I started working in the Bubuyog. In the Bubuyog, I think 2003. 2003? No, 2004 no.
Yun yung mga time.
No. 2006.
Yun yung mga time na alam mo yung mag-out ka ng 12 o'clock in midnight, for example, or 11 o'clock tapos maglilinis ka pa, tapos yung parang may charity ka talaga na 30 minutes, 1 hour. Oh my God.
That is one of the culture ng parang magandang topic yan. Culture ng it would be a good topic for next time. What are the different cultures in restaurants here or work culture here in Canada at sa Philippines? Maybe
next time.
Next time. Yes, that is one of the culture in the Philippines that you have to really say at the end, and we're not.
Pero ngayon hindi na.
Yeah, it's illegal to do that. Mapapahamak sila.
Naalala ko talaga dati na may narinig ko na yung manager binato ng kutsara or binato ka ng parang wala lang.
That makes us tough actually, pero it's not advisable to do that. When I was a manager, I never tried to
hindi mo na yun magagawa.
Throw things. Oo, pero nagagalit ako. May mga I have crews that napagalitan ko dati. Pero medyo matapang din kasi ako nung manager ko. Hindi ko naman
Ano yung sinabi mo na, uy, wag naman kayong ganyan.
Hindi ko naman itatanggi yun. Medyo matapang ako nung naging manager na ako. Pero ini-explain ko naman sa kanila why I have to be like that. Kasi we have our goals. Siyempre, you have the pressure from upper positions, and then you have to
Upper
reach,
management.
Yeah, upper management. You have to reach a certain goals. Hindi ganun kadali.
Yeah.
You have to find a sales. Unlike here, di ba, na sales just comes inside your store.
Yeah.
Yun ang, alam nyo na. Tingnan natin, next topic natin yung work culture dito sa ano. Ano bang may
Tapos ano nangyari? Bakit ka napa-apply ng Canada? Or nasabi mo yun sa previous
sa mga trial video natin. Oh, yes. So, it was supposed to be my mom who's coming here in Canada. Yeah. So, my grandmother is in Edmonton right now. So, my mom asked, how can I get to Canada, blah, blah, blah. And then, the only way for you to get here is you get an experience in the fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, nagbakilala yung mama ko sa isang restaurant sa province namin, and they asked for a certification. However, the certification is not enough.
Not enough.
It's not valid.
Kasi
it's not a real fast food. It's not a real fast food.
No, you can't do that also na sabihin mo na magkuha ka lang ng certificate kasi may basihan sila.
Yes.
Alam mo kung ano?
What's that?
Hindi mo talaga may tatanggi na, nag-work ako dito, ganyan. Kasi yung agency, or I don't know if the government here also will ask that document from SS.
Oh.
Yeah.
For like a secondary verification in the government, if you're really working in...
Yeah. It's because hindi mo pwedeng sasabihin na, nagtatrabaho ako dito sa
the record should
3 years na ako dito. Kasi may hingin sila na document na
yeah.
Si SS.
I remember that.
Tapos naka-state doon sa SS na sino nagbabayad monthly ng contribution mo.
Oh yeah, I remember that. But yeah,
I don't know.
I never thought about that way.
I forgot the exact document, but alam ko na doon sila nagbe-base din. Isa din yun sa binibasa nila kung totoong nag-work ka doon. Kasi si SS, di ba, nag-prepare yun?
Yes. So, yeah, the document has to speak to itself na you're really working in a fast food industry. That's why. So, my mom got denied from the application. But I don't know if one reason is also that one of the agency that she's trying to apply closed during that time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know for what reason. But and at the back of my mind was like, if you can't go to Canada, I would just do it myself because I'm just 16 years old those time.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm still young. I can study. I graduated at the age of 21, and then after 21, I went to, because I'm a management accounting graduate. Then I went to a bank to work.
Okay.
So it's the Blue Bank.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's two Blue Bank in the Philippines. It's Blue and Yellow Bank.
No,
we find ways.
We find ways. ways.
Blue and yellow. It's we find ways. So I was there for like 4 years, 2012 until 2016, and then in between those years, I tried to apply for the Bubuyog.
Yeah.
It took me two times to apply. The first time I was rejected. I don't know why. I was rejected by the HR, and then I had to wait for 6 months again because the regular thing, you have to wait for 6 months before you apply for another position or try again.
Yeah.
And then I tried again after 6 months, and then I got approved or I got accepted. And then from there on, I already knew that I'm not gonna stay for long in this company, but I never told that to them, to any one of them, to my area manager, to my restaurant manager, even the HR. They don't know. I was like, okay, what's your plan after 5 years? Okay, here's my plan. How do you see yourself, or what do you see of yourself after 5 years? So I answered them in the current situation that you will see me like a successful blah blah blah, like a manager blah blah, thinking
I'll be promoted to an area manager.
So that's my answer. But however, at the back of my mind, I'm not gonna stay here for so long because I already know what is the culture and I already know what is my path. So I am just securing the 2.5 years of experience, excluding the 6 months of your probationary. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yung mga nanonood din pala ngayon, yung mga listeners natin ngayon, huwag niyo naman gayahin na after 1 year.
well,
it's okay naman talaga na at least makabawi-bawi din tayo sa kanila, di ba?
Yes.
Pero sometimes din mapapadali ka talaga sa pag-resign kasi di ba? Syempre sabihin mo, apaka-stress naman ito, nagdadala pa ka ng trabaho sa ano si ba?
Yeah.
Parang napaka-excited naman. Kailan ba ako makakalipad? Ba makaalis na ako dito?
How many hours do you have to work in the green company?
Sa amin kasi 8 hours per day lang kasi
But how many days do you go to
school?
Go to school?
6 kami. 6
No.
days work tapos one day off lang kasi kami. Iba, alam ko sa Jollibee parang alam ko sa inyo is yung parang 10
hours.
Yeah, 10
hours
tapos,
but 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days
off.
and 2 days off.
But I like the 10 hours. I don't mind. So as long as I have my 2 days off.
Oo, mas maganda ngayon lalo
Pero,
na pag naka-weekend ka.
Yeah, of course. But working in the bubuyog, it depends on your
Ano yung mo doon? Ano yung trabaho mo doon? Ano yung KRA mo?
at first of course entry level assistant restaurant manager 3. I used to manage like parties.
Oh, JKP.
Yeah. The parties tapos yun I started there and then I enjoyed it actually.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my last brunch.
Ako, yung hindi ko makakalimutan din dyan sa company na yan is yung pumasok ako. Kasi in-enroll ako nung RM namin dati as a mascot.
Mascot?
May training mascot. So, pumasok ako sa mascot talaga. Sumasayaw talaga ako. Alam mo yung
Wait, I don't know how the green one's mascot looks like.
No, we don't have mascot in
You don't? Okay,
no.
okay.
Tapos,
What do you mean? You tried on the mascot when you were a crew?
Yeah.
So that was in the that is in the bubuyog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nagmamaskot talaga ako doon. Tapos, alam mo yung palagi kong
Oh yeah, you can dance kasi I don't know how to dance.
palagi kong sinasayaw doon yung kasagsagan ng kasikatan ng I want nobody but
Oh,
you.
I also danced that one. I think
Apaka-cute ni Jollibee.
I remember when one of the intermissions in the JKP when I was I was just a crew, not as a manager. I think with the 3 of the my coworkers, we were dancing Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, holding Dr. Jones.
Apakaluma na.
It was really always. And then 1990s. And then right after that, nobody you get into to the market and we were I was like, oh, I like this dance and let's try this dance. I mean, let's try this song. It was really good, but I never tried the mascot because I'm too big for the mascot. Too tall for the mascot.
Yeah, they have this talent, but yung lang kasi nung time na yon is parang lumalayo na tayo.
It's okay.
yung time kasi yun noon is kailangan may isang talent ata per store.
Yes.
So kaya in-enroll ako.
Especially if you are away from the mainland kasi I am in Mindoro, it's
kaya
away from the mainland.
In-enroll ako noon. So ayun. So naman, masaya naman. Yung parang naalala ko talaga na ano yung feeling nung tinuruan kami magsayo kasi may mga standard na mga
standard dance.
Yung mga music, kung ano yung mga song nila, yung mga tawag doon. Tapos after nung lumabas na ako, yung pumasok ako sa mascot tapos pumunta na kami doon sa store kasi parang yung parang
try ba to may tawag sa citation.
Yung parang yung training talaga yung first appearance ko noon na being a mascot ni Jay Jollibee. Apakasaya ko noon, parang apaka-hype ko talaga
hindi ko na-try.
Tawang-tawa talaga ako doon
Pero nakakatawa maging crew sa isa sa na yon sa company na yon. Pero nung naging manager ko, medyo stress na siya. Pero okay pa rin. It depends on how you find your happiness kasi on your work.
Ang nakaganda, ang naanuhan ko doon, nung nag-crew ako doon, is...
Crew. Pag nagahang naiisip mo, crew.
Yung nag-crew ako doon is, yung mga bata yung mga kasama mo ba?
Yes.
Tapos kahit gaano kapagod, tapos magsasabi, ligo tayo na dagat.
there are ups and downs in working in the fast food industry. But let's talk about that next. Ayun, that's my work in the Philippines, and then I decided to go here, and then I landed here January 2020.
Yeah.
End of January 2020. Around 29.
Okay.
Yeah. And you, when did you land in Canada?
March, March 12. I landed here March 12 or March 11 and then March 12, 2020 Tapos March 16, 2020, yun yung time nga nag-lockdown.
Yeah.
So I was lucky talaga. I was lucky. Like, tinanong ako ni Boss Marla dati, sabi niya, nung nasa Pinas pa ako na, kailan mo gusto lumipad pa dito? So sabi ko, as
early as you can. Kasi mag-lockdown. Baka mag-lockdown.
Hindi ko pa alam talaga noon na kasi tinanong ako noong mga February pa Hindi pa yun.
Lapit ka dito para makita kayo. Hindi ka makita. Hindi ko alam eh.
Hindi. I mean, nung time na yun, hindi pa ganun ka yung sakit nun, di ba? So tinanong niya ako nung kailan ako. So sabi ko, as early as you can book or something, ganyan. So ayun, na-book niya ako ng March something. Tapos dumating ako ng March 11 here. Tapos yun, March 16 nag-lockdown.
Oo, buti na lang.
Tapos may susunod pa sana nun.
Kasi hindi
mga
na
March 25. Tapos hindi na sila nakapunta. Like, it took them around, nag-wait pa din sila ng mga 3 weeks 3 months ata. Or
kasi because of the lockdown. Yeah. 2020 is like a shadow year. A shadow year. Nothing happens. You're just inside a home.
Oh, yeah.
But we still worked during those times because we were kept by the restaurant over here because we have to work.
Yeah.
Okay. That is our life in the Philippines. However, what are the steps or how did we get here nga ba? Gumamit ba tayo ng Did we use we did use an agency for sure. But
definitely.
What are the
Most
requirements? What program did we take?
So same lang naman tayo ng program, no? So we took before the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, which is now tinanggal nila yung pilot kasi that time is just a pilot pa lang. So tinatry pa lang nila ata noon yung parang trial naman. So ngayon parang tinatawag siya na Atlantic Immigration Program. Yeah. So this is basically itong program na to is this is not basically, technically, it's only from Atlantic provinces like
Newfoundland, Nova Scotia,
New Brunswick, PEI.
Yes, PEI.
So that 4 provinces belongs
technically, we became a lab rat. But it was a success actually. The pilot program was a success because there's a lot of Filipinos and there's I think it's not only Filipinos but other nationalities as well. Was able to get here because of the Atlantic Immigration Program.
If magtatanong kayo kung ano yung AIPP or AIP, Atlantic Immigration Program, you can search it sa Google kung ano yung mga qualifications kasi based on our experience, we are under skilled worker.
Yes.
High skilled worker.
How many years of experience do we need? So gusto nila malaman.
Before
parang sinabi na natin kanina.
Just 1 year. 1 year.
1 year, hindi ba 2 years?
No, only just 1 year for AIPP. AIP. Yeah. So I don't know right now
if sa akin kasi 2 years
Hindi. 1 year lang. Kasi alam ko yun nung nag-apply kasi ako nung ganyan. 7 months pa lang ako sa company. Sa green na company ni JFC. 7 years pa lang ako doon. 7 months pa lang ako doon. 7 months pa lang ako doon. So nag-try na ako nag-apply. Nag-submit ako ng application doon sa agency na yon. Tapos sinabihan ako, "Sure, 7 months ka pa lang, sure. We need 1 year." Tapos nung
excited ka kasi daw masyado.
Tapos nung nag 1 year na ako, so sabi niya na okay na. So ganito, nag-start na, ganyan. So it took me also 2 years na dun sa process.
Yeah, kasi you have to secure a lot of documents.
Yeah, ang dami kasi documents na kakailanganin. So
it has to be
plus bayarin pa.
Yeah, it's
hindi naman tayo mayaman sa Pilipinas. So
so AIPP 2 years of 1 year or 2 years, it depends on what your background is. And then can we say the agency? Let's just say the building. It's in Ortigas.
Yeah.
5th floor. Robinsons. Sa harapan ng POEA. Yun. Kulay pula sila. Pula rin sila eh.
Pula ba sila?
Oo.
I don't know.
Pula sila.
So, ayun nga. So, yun yung program na tinahak namin. So,
Yes.
most of us na nandito sa St. John na nung mga time na yon na nagland dito here as immigrant. So, yun yung namin, yun yung pathway namin or yun yung program namin. So, the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, which is now tinatawag siya na
AIP.
Atlantic Immigration Program.
Yeah, for AIP, we landed here as a permanent resident. We have to pay everything in the Philippines, and the agency had to process everything.
Yeah.
So in terms of that's a good thing. We don't have to process our permanent residence when we land here, and we don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Unlike if you landed here like a work permit, holding a work permit, you have to reach a certain score.
I don't know.
It's like a pointing system for you to get a permanent resident. You have to reach a certain score, and then after that you can apply for the permanent residency. And I don't know the process, but it's a totally different process from what we did or what we went through. So
because
I cannot comment on that. So it's really
because
hard.
I think every province they have
a different way of
they have
you being a permanent resident.
Yeah.
And then speaking of expenses. How much for you, like a single person? Because it will differ if you are a family or just a single person.
Sa akin, parang nasa 350 to 400 ako eh.
Yes, 350 to 400.
Yeah.
And from 350 to 400, it includes our show money, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it depends on you. But the minimum for the show money is 125 or 150.
125.
125.
Just 125 for single.
For a single. But however, for a family, I think you have to add 1,000 more. I don't know.
I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know that time, but there is ranges. There are ranges of your show money. If you're a single family, like for example, you don't have like a children. Here's the amount of money that you have to prepare, and if you have one child, you have to prepare this amount, and then it's on a bracket. During our time, I don't know.
I think
now
same pa rin, ganon. Or I don't know, maybe nag-iba na 4 years ago na yun eh.
Yeah, maybe they change for better. Baka mas madali na. Pero we have to spend like 300,000 for the documents, for the processing, because you have to pay for the agency as well.
Yeah,
that's expensive.
Yung yung 350 kung ordinary people ka lang sa Pilipinas, yung paycheck to paycheck ka sa
Pilipinas. You can't
hirap nun
you can't secure 350,000 pesos in just one.
Kaya nga pasalamat din ako sa mga taong nagpapahiram sa akin dati. No.
It was my dad. It was my dad and my mom.
Thank you.
It was my dad and my mom.
My family and other people.
My family.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
I won't be here if you're not here, Char. Ano daw?
Pakiulit. Okay. When you moved here, did you experience what is your biggest challenges? What are your biggest challenges?
Of course, naalala ko dati nung dumating ako dito. So, nung pumasok na ako doon sa pumasok na ako doon sa tinatrabahuan ko na coffee shop. Syempre, hindi mo naman talaga lahat na kasi kabisaduhin mo pala yung product, tapos yung
ibang-iba ang product.
Tapos
totally different from what we experience in the Philippines.
Tapos din, like mag-a-adjust ka talaga sa environment.
Yes.
So, not environment na set aside na lang natin yung
weather.
Pero yung people around you. Kasi hindi mo naman yung kalahi eh. So they have their own different culture then, tapos tayo din naman. So kailangan ka mag-adjust kasi ikaw yung nandito, ikaw yung dayo. So kailangan mo talaga mag-adjust kung but mababait sila.
Yes. One thing, if you're gonna immigrate, if you're going to if you're going to immigrate into another place or visit another place, the one thing you should be very, very careful is the culture, and you should be culturally sensitive. Ask them, how would you do this, or how do you feel about this one? So you have to be really, really culturally sensitive and aware of your surroundings.
for example lang kasi sa Pilipinas, normal lang sa atin, uy, kumusta?
Oh, don't touch them.
Tumaba ka.
Not really don't touch them, but you have to ask, can I hug you, or if you feel like
if
happy.
close mo na talaga siya. And second is, sa Pilipinas, normal lang sa atin, uy, kumusta? Tumaba ka, pero dito, wag mong sasabihin yan.
Well, technically, dapat din naman sa Pilipinas, we have to be sensitive when it comes to talking to people or saying things to people.
Pero sa atin kasi, parang normal.
It gives us emotional damage.
Pero sa kanila kasi, pag sinasabi mo yan, parang
na-offend sila.
Na-offend sila eh.
So you have to be really culturally sensitive.
Yeah.
Kahit
saan ka pupunta, kahit pupunta ka ng Middle East,
oo naman,
dapat mag-search ka kung ano yung mga kasi baka
generally accepted
baka mangyari sa hindi ka na makauwi ng Pilipinas.
Tapos then aside from that, what is your biggest challenges pa ba?
I think
dito kasi yung bahay, our house actually, our apartments was provided by our employer. So for us, at least for us, we speak for ourselves. Pero there are Filipinos or there are immigrants here when they move, they have to find for their own
especially ngayon
apartments.
Ang hirap maghanap.
They have to find for their own apartment. And I remember one of my housemate before, he doesn't have any apartment. And lucky for us, because our employer went to the airport to pick us up. Yeah. However, there are employers na they don't do that. You have to find your apartment, and then of course you have to pay for that outright. It's like, how much is the payment? Like $1,200 now. The apartment rent is around $1,200 for a single apartment. So another one is in English. Because you have to adjust how you hear or how you perceive their English. Because the way we speak in English is different from how they speak it.
Oh
The local vernacular, which is the how they speak the English, is different from what we learned in school. In the Philippines.
Exactly. Like for example, ano ba mga example na mga English na hindi nila practice?
Because in the Philippine setting, we are taught of I don't know if you can say it a proper English, but we are taught of English, how to speak like a formal English. But there are different ways of speaking English, like what else? Slang English. There are a lot of slang English here. Slang. So you have to know. You have to if you can't understand a specific sentence, you just have to ask them, what do you mean about this? For you not to have like miscommunication.
Naalala ko tuloy dati yung nung nagsasandwich si Ronnie. Nagsasandwich si Ronnie. Tapos sabi ni Ronnie sa akin, kasi si Ronnie mas nauna sa akin, di ba? Tapos bago-bago lang.
Ronnie is Filipino as well.
And then bago-bago lang tayo dito. So si Ronnie mas nauna siya, sabi ni Ronnie na, Dondi, can you give me a hand? Tapos hindi ko siya pinakinggan. Ano? Can you give me a hand?
You have to cut your hand and give it to him.
Tapos nagano lang ako. Nagwawalis lang talaga ako. Tapos sabi ni Ronnie, Dondi, tulungan mo ako dito. Tapos tulong ka pala. Kaya sabi niya, kaya nga sinasabi ko sa'yo, can you give me a hand? Malay ko ba kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng can you give me a hand?
Can you give me a hand? Patuloy mo yung kamay mo, ibigay mo sa kanya.
Can you give me a hand?
Aside, that's another thing. The English itself. How they speak the English.
Kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng literal talaga na.
Oo. Figuratively kasi sila magsalita minsan. Tapos, ano pa ba yung nung time ko naman, very welcoming naman ng mga Filipino community.
That time.
Ngayon, welcoming pa rin naman siguro, pero I don't know
ngayon. Hindi lang natin yung pag-usapan yung mga baka may ibang offend. No?
Oo. Pero that time, they were welcoming and they support the Filipino who is coming from the Philippines as well. They are extending their hands for help, giving their hands. So they're giving their hands para kung ano yung kailangan ng mga Filipino. Pero mababait sila noon.
Hindi, mababait naman talaga
mababait
ngayon.
Sila.
Pero ngayon lang kasi parang ang dami na kasi Filipino dito ngayon. So minsan yung iba hindi na natin kilala. Ganyan. Tapos yung iba na baka nahihiya or whatsoever. So hindi na tayo. Mahihiyain
pa naman ako pag hindi ko kilala tsaka yumuyo ko.
Yeah.
Huwag
Tapos
kilala.
minsan din kasi yung apakahirap din magtanong, hey, are you Filipino? Or Filipino po kayo? Apakahirap kasi syempre ako, Mexican race, char.
Especially Southeast Asian, Southeast Asian
Common.
Asians.
Common.
Halos pagkakaparehas po kami.
Yeah.
Except for sa ibang mainland.
Yeah.
Kasi magkakaparehas kami ng ano. So, yan lang ba yung yung naranasan mo?
Oo.
Or mga challenges mo? So far yun pa lang.
Same lang.
Same lang. So, to conclude this episode, parang essay lang.
Yeah.
What would you recommend our listeners regarding moving here in Canada? What are the steps or what kind of recommendations would you like to give them? Is it good to move here?
Number one, plan ahead.
Yeah.
Huwag kang padalos-dalos. Though, sasabihin ko talaga to sa lahat yung pag-going sa ibang bansa or pag-abroad, hindi talaga yun para sa lahat. Hindi para sa lahat. Kasi, sabihin natin na madali yung kitaan dito, pero pag hindi ka ready emotionally,
yes,
mahirapan ka talaga. Kaya masasabi ko talaga na hindi siya not for everyone.
But if you were able to ready yourself, like to prepare yourself beforehand, you have to think the extreme.
Yeah.
Like for example, you're staying here for 5 years and you landed here permanent resident. You have to secure 3 years of stay for you to get your citizenship. And then let's make that another topic next time.
Yun talaga, yung plan ahead, tapos make a goal.
And also, like for example, you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. When you left your parents in the Philippines, you don't know if they're still alive when you come back.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare yourself for extreme things that will happen while you were gone in the Philippines.
Like for example na sasabihin, minsan din talaga napaisip ako nung umalis ako, yung nagpaalam na ako sa parents ko, sa family ko, sabi ko, hindi natin talaga alam, no? Hindi talaga natin alam na last ko na ba to sila makita or last na lang ba nila ako makita.
It goes two ways kasi sila rin. You have to prepare your family.
Kasi hindi naman natin hawak yung buhay natin eh. Or, diba? Yung well, anyways. So, yun nga. So, you have to plan ahead, create a goal, or ano ba yung tingin mo sa 5 years from now na pag-migrate mo. So, kailangan mo ba umuwi 10 years after, magkapag-ipon lang, or ganon. Kasi para sa akin na iba pa rin yung life ng Pilipinas.
Totoo. Iba pa rin. Pero aside from planning, and then you must have your goal. If you want to study, if you're a permanent resident, you can study. You can file for a student loan. It's not advisable to file for a student loan, but it is one way of you to upgrade yourself as. So you can enter the what do you call this one? The employment market. If you want to change your current situation right now. And another thing that you have to do, I guess, is recommendations. Just enjoy whatever you are doing right now.
Yeah.
Do not pressure yourself.
Wag puro trabaho.
Yes. Take time to have fun, go out, visit another place.
Siguro i-tackle din natin yung next episode yung yung mga pwede mong gawin dito sa specifically sa St. John. Kasi medyo malayo-layo tayo sa
Yeah, it's like 6 hours away from 8 hours away from Montreal.
Oh yeah, 8
Halifax
hours
is the next biggest city. 4 hours
for
right?
driving. So medyo malayo-layo sa sa big city. So yung mga mga hobby or creating hobby or so mga sports or yung mga activities na pwede natin gawin dito sa St. John, New Brunswick. So itatakil natin yan for the next episode 3 or 4 maybe. It depends on our boss.
Bakit ka nakaturo sa akin? Okay. Thank you so much, Doundie. We forgot to introduce ourselves. My name is Kevin and welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, my name is Doundie, and that's it. maybe, and we'll see you on next episode.
Thank you for listening.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.